Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing? Oop, I gotta turn that camera on. Turn that camera on. Although I don't think the view from that camera will be too good. Oh, yeah, that view ain't gonna do anything. We got mobile. Mobile's working at least. Never mind, mobile's not working. Mobile cam. Don't you do this on me. I believe in you. I believe in you. There we go. There we go. We're gonna make a metal boat. We'll see. We'll see. This is gonna be interesting. This is the first time, well, technically not the first time. We've done CNC stuff on this channel before. We've built a Milo. We've done some other smaller desktop CNCs, like 3018 based ones. But this is the first time we actually have like a actual like performative CNC machine. This is a Carvera Makera Air. So first off, YouTube disclosure. Hi, YouTube lawyers. This is a Makera Carvera Air. It was sent to me by Makera, free of charge. I do get to keep the machine after the end of, I do get to keep it on the condition that I make content with it. So expect a video out of this in the next month or so. And if you are interested in getting one of these, I do have a link in the video description. As of right now, it is just a regular link. If I do find I like this product, I may switch it over to a affiliate link in the future. But I don't like putting affiliate links on things I haven't even taken out of the box yet. So let's go take it out of the box. As per norm, we're going in blind. Because if you're new here, if you're wondering how we do things, we go in blind because I want my first experience of this to be the same as your first experience, which is what's in the box. So I got my kniff. I need to wow, that is dull. And we're gonna dive in. So before we do that, usual pre-starting stream stuff. Every stream, we give away a spool of POLYMAKER filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. Go check that out in the link below before we get started. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you're watching this in the future, leave a comment. What is your favorite dessert? If you're watching this in the future, let me know in the comments below what your favorite dessert is. And yeah, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell. And if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. That's the best way to support the channel directly. So this machine showed up a couple days ago. It's been sitting at the front of my garage, and now we're going to take it out of the box, and it's heavy. So this is the Makera Carvera Air. There is a link in the description there. Makera Carvera Air. If you want to know more about the machine, I believe they started with a Kickstarter, but that's over. You can just go on their website and buy it now. Okay, I guess it's on. Oh, this is Canadian. Yeah, this is Canadian pricing. Cries in Canadian pricing. But yeah, it is a desktop CNC. Now they do have a more, I guess you could say robust version of this that's just called the Carvera. This is the Air version, which is the lighter weight, more budget conscious version. It is still a fully featured desktop CNC. Okay, good. So yeah, should be pretty interesting to look at. So we'll see, we will see. And then, yeah, so it's a heavy box. For those wondering, it's 35 kilograms. So the box is heavy. Do we wrap the ProForge? ProForge will be tomorrow night. I wanted to unbox this on a live stream because part of me receiving this is I have to put out a video within a certain amount of time. So I need to get this unboxed and set up, and my schedule for builds is kind of full right now. We have the Prusa on Tuesday, the ProForge Friday, and then Venture XL Saturday. So I just snuck this in on the Friday. So tomorrow we'll do the ProForge, and then next Tuesday we'll do the Venture XL. So we're just shifting all the streams one stream to the right. Although to be fair, the Prusa's built. So next Friday's stream will be fun because it'll be a Prusa wrap-up stream, and hopefully it prints, and hopefully I built it right, because as per norm, I do everything on stream, so I haven't even powered it up yet. The Prusa, I haven't even powered it up yet. So hopefully I wired it up correctly, because we finished building it. We put the panels on. I found the panel I was missing, by the way. If you watched the member stream yesterday, which I hope you did, if you're a channel member or Patreon supporter, because you get super behind the scenes secret stuff. I found the panel because I cleaned. So let's get all this cardboard out of here. And it's heavy, so I'm opening it on the desk. Does the air come with the air pump, or do you have to? So my understanding, I don't know exactly what they included with the one they sent me. I just know it's the Makera Air. There are some add-ons you can get for it. There is a vacuum here. I'm assuming I can hook it up to my shop vac, hopefully. I threw out my shop vac. I gotta get a new shop vac. Yeah, I don't do what I did, and don't cut something with carbon fiber and contaminate your shop vac, because you'll end up having to throw it out because it's filled with carbon fiber dust. So I don't know exactly what comes with this. I believe this is just the base. Yeah, they just like, okay, we're gonna send you a Makera Air, and I'm like, send it, and they sent it, and this is what I got. So we'll see what we got. The M36, dude, I found a whole bag of M36 screws yesterday. Okay, so what do we got in here? We got wood. This is like 3 mil wood. Okay, so that's wood. Ooh. So, oh, this is the, oh, I'm a sponsored streamer or content creator. I need to fill my workshop. I mean, this is pretty cool. They give you some big stickers. This is pretty cool. If I had room in the shop, you know what? If I end up using this regularly, I'll put these up. Makera, if your product is good enough that I actually will use it regularly, I will put these up. But for now, I'll just put them there. What else do we got in here? We got the manual. I can't zoom that camera out anymore. Oh, that's a manual. Oh no, there's also wood in here. Well, the plan is this is gonna live on the other side of the wall. I'm gonna move the Milo. As sad as it is, I'm probably gonna put the Milo into temporary storage. And by temporary storage, I mean I'm gonna shove it in the room in the basement where printers go to collect dust. Simply so I could have this set up where the Milo is, because that area on the other side of my garage has the advantage of I can just open the garage door and vent to outside pretty easily. So here is the manual. And it is all in English. It is all in English. It is 52 pages. Example guide of projects you can do with your Makera. This is pretty cool. So one of the reasons I was really interested in getting this, they got links to the Facebook tutorial group, the YouTube tutorials, and Discord group. I know people that have the previous version of this, just the regular Carvera, and they really liked it. So I was like, you know what? I've heard good things about Makera. They reached out to me and they're like, hey, do you want to try one? And I'm like, you know what? I've heard good things about your product from people that have played with it. And you know what? I'm down. I'm down. And we got some stickers, and we got some warning stickers that are always good. So here's the unboxing guide. So remove the protective foam from the top and then take it out and then put it on the desk. So I'm gonna not follow that rule. I already have it on the desk. I'm just gonna cut the box away because it's heavy. And yeah, so we got foam on the top here with lots of these little plastic corners. Lots of these plastic corners. There we go. Isn't there a thing that people use to make pew-pew parts that are out of questionable legality? I mean, if you're in the US, you're allowed to make pew-pew parts for self-use legally already. You're not allowed to use, You're not allowed to manufacture for sale. And that's, yeah. Now, I'm in Canada, so I'm in a no fun zone when it comes to that, so I can't do that. But from my knowledge, there's nothing preventing you from using this machine to manufacture whatever you want. Good thing it's garbage day tomorrow. Yeah, so for those that don't know, in the US, you are allowed to manufacture, as long as it's like, you obviously can't make machine guns. But if you are an American citizen, and most states, I believe some states do have rules against it, you are allowed to manufacture firearms for personal use, as long as they conform to like NFA rules. So you can't make like a short barrel shotgun or anything, but you can make like, you can DIY your own AR lower receiver. All the foam. It is rigid foam. I'm not a huge fan of rigid foam. Everything seems to be pretty shaped up when it comes to what shipped. Like the only damage I had to the box is these little rings for picking up. One of them was ripped out. But everything seems to ship pretty good. 7 states are gonna, yeah, I'm not American, so I don't know all the state laws. I just know the overall federal law against it. I won't say I'm active, but I follow a lot of people on several social medias that do 3D printing, and some of them are the 3DP2A Pew Pew groups. Because you know what? Even if you are against Pew Pew, nothing against it, the testing that they do on different materials is good data. So even if you are against it, the fact that they are testing and evaluating different materials and different filaments and whatnot in that high intensity application actually leads to a lot of good data for, hey, I need to 3D print parts for a mountain bike or something. Well, if this filament holds up to this use case, it may hold up to this use case. So it's good data. So I hate rigid foam. I hate rigid foam. So I do believe I just have the stock Makera. I don't have any of the fancy 4th axis add-ons or anything. God, there's so much foam. All the foam. Okay. So now, this is that. Ooh, I got a bag of desiccant. Okay. So you take it out of the bag and then put it on the desk. Remove the plastic packaging. Okay, so is this in the correct orientation? This is in the correct orientation. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna need a helper. Could someone in the audience please step down and slide the plastic or the cardboard out from underneath when I pick the machine up? I need a helper from the audience. Could someone come help? I'm gonna pick it up and then somebody slide it out for me. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. You. Get rid of you. It is heavy. The only thing I'm worried about is it potentially being a little too heavy for my desk. Ooh. I tried there, but it'd be a couple days. Yeah. Okay, this ain't gonna work. I may actually have to do this. Okay. Are there handles on the side? There are no handles on the side. That is a little disappointing. No, you were supposed to go too. Don't pinch the fingers. Don't pinch the fingers. Okay, now the other problem. I have discovered that the frame is steel, which is good. The problem with the steel frame is my mic is now stuck to it. So therefore, I am stuck to the machine now. 1 second. Aha! We're good. Good. It's magnetic. Jeez, so much foam. I went from I cleaned up yesterday, and this is why I cleaned up yesterday. I'm like, I'll clean up, and I'll have tons of room to unbox this machine. And then the room gets immediately filled up with plastic and cardboard and foam. So from my understanding, this machine should be pretty ready to go out of the box. They did send me an email letting me know I should do a software update right away, which, okay. And then maybe we'll try some sample engraving and see how it goes. And we may end up revisiting this on streams a couple times. We'll see. Okay, there we go. Is there a start to this? Any tips for stopping a week-old beard making your face feel like it's being eaten by ants? Tough it out. I will say, as a one who has rocked a beard for a couple of years now, beard soap, or in a pinch use regular conditioner. Don't actually wash your beard with soap regularly. I mean, wash your face, obviously. But with your beard, you want to use like a conditioner or a dedicated like beard soap. So do that in the shower. And then when you come out of the shower, use a beard oil. Like brush in a beard oil, seriously. Get a beard oil. Personally, I'm a fan of sandalwood. But get a beard oil and then make sure you brush that in every day. And then once it comes out a bit, it will start to get a little bit smoother. It's funny, was it Zombie Hedgehog at, I think it was Murph last year. I had to give him tips because his beard's all scratchy. Like, no, dude, you gotta have a beard, you gotta take care of it. You're not some like teenage kid growing facial hair for the first time. Take care of your beard. Okay, I think this slides back like that. Yeah, that slides like that. Okay, what else? So slide the lid up. There we go. And this should come out, I think. How you liking the music today? I got the lo-fi soundtrack on. Okay, trying to do this on stream is a little awkward, but there we go. Freaking styrofoam. I mean, it's to be fair, I guess it is kind of good that it's wedged in there pretty good. And I guess we'll figure out what sort of accessories we got with it. I've got several boxes of stuff here. So I legit don't know what they sent me. All I know is they reached out and they're like, hey, we have, do you want to try the Makera Air? And I'm like, sure. And they're like, cool, we'll send you one with your address. Here you go. But sign this little, like, I actually did sign something. This is like the first time I've ever signed a contract for something. Considering the price, I'm okay with that. And the contract is legit. Just make a video on it within X amount of time of receiving it. And we're allowed to share the video. And I'm like, okay. So I'm not getting paid. Words and opinions are my own. I get first rights to put out anything. So that means like they're not reviewing it before I put it out, which I wouldn't want it any other way. And then, yeah. I do have a Force Access kit. Okay, so they sent me goodies. I did get goodies with this. Heck yeah. I didn't know what they were sending. I legit did not know what they were sending. Okay, let's peel the big one. Ooh. Heck yeah. So the big difference from the biggest thing you'll probably notice between this one and the regular Makera is this doesn't have a tool changer. The regular Makera has a tool changer, but just to put it in perspective, this is, how do I change the price? Let me put it in Yankee Doodle dollars. see you guys for the majority of my audience here. I'll let that do that while I peel off the wrapper. And there is foam in here too. They have like foam to seal it up. It's gonna be really interesting to see what the noise level is like. Okay, so products. So you have the Carvera and the Air. Okay, so the regular Carvera is 5500 US, and the Air is 2500 US. So it's about a $3 difference. The big difference with this is this has a tool changer. I believe the spindle is pretty similar though. I do believe like the actual capabilities are pretty similar. I did look at the specs before I got it, but that was a couple weeks ago. So here we go, it's out of the box. Oh, you guys can't see a thing. Behold, a CNC. Oh, we got more. Is that it? Yeah. So we got a nice little boot here, it looks like. Does it just kind of... Boot goes there, and then this kind of... I think that snaps in with magnets or something. Yeah, magnets. There you go. So we do have a nice little boot for the vacuum. I do have an airline going to... It does have air. Looks like we do have air. I'll play with that all later. So we do have air. We do have a vacuum. Obviously, well, we'll see what's in these boxes. We'll start going through these boxes and see what we got. So what did we set? We got the 4th axis add-on. So let's get the air. So we got the 4th axis add-on. So maybe it's the 4th axis bundle. Well, we'll see. We'll start going through this. Start printing the printable fan mod. We'll take a look at that. The plan is basically I want to get this machine up and running and doing something, and then while it's doing something, we'll look at other stuff. What's this? Laser module. Oh shoot, we got the laser. We got a laser module. You do have little glasses. It is a 5 milliwatt laser. 5 milliwatt laser. So it's an engraving laser. I wouldn't use it for cutting, but with the 4th axis, we can do water bottles. That'll be cool. What is all this? Valent V, 2,000 Hungarian funny monies. Cheers and appreciate it. 5 milliwatt. Or actually, is it milliwatt or? I don't know. Let's see what the laser says. I did not read auto first. Okay. Laser. Where's the specs? Where are the actual specs on this? There you go. So your work area is, you have 30 centimeters by 20 centimeters by 13 centimeters. So there's your work area on 3 axis, a little less on 4. Spindle, so it's a 200 watt spindle, 0 to 13,000 RPM. So you're not gonna be hogging metal. You're not gonna be hogging steel with this. This will do aluminum if you take it slow. It's a 5 watt laser. Sorry, it's a 5 watt laser. So this is the laser module. Toolkit. What do we got in the toolkit? So this is, ooh, that's actually, oh. Oh, wow. This is actually, like, proper tools. So we got a corner, we got a bunch of screws for clamping stuff down to the bed. We got a bunch of end mills. So 0.8 millimeter end mill, chamfer bit, spiral single flute. So we do have some end mills. I'm assuming that's a tool for something. Got a wrench. Okay, so we got some tools. That's nice. PCB fabrication pack. Oh. Bunch of copper for PCB stuff. A UV curing lamp. A bunch of through-hole rivets. Pins. End mills. Drill bits. Corn bits. Solder removal tool. What's this? A roller and a UV curing lamp. I'm totally stealing this to use it for resin stuff, by the way. So I don't think we'll be playing around with the PCB stuff today, but I mean, it's cool that we have it. It has very nice PCB project to make. Yeah, the only downside with DIY PCB is simply the fact that, actually right now with the way the tariffs are for Americans, who knows? But for the rest of the world, JLC PCB and PCBWay and all those, like within a week, a fully assembled PCB type setup is kind of nice. Okay, more accessories. So this is accessories. What do we got in here? More end mills and bit collars. So end mills and bit collars. Clamps. Side clamps. My thing of garbage is overflowing. I gotta empty my garbage. Another angle thing. And bit adapter. And what's in this bag? In here, spindle collets. Another spindle. Yeah, an extra spindle. So this, I don't think you're going to be using a lot of different spindles on this. This seems like a thing that you're probably going to be using the same spindle a lot. There is an adapter though for sleeves, so swapping between two different sides. What's in here? Oh, we got an arm. Oh, this is for the screen. I don't know how the screen works with this. I don't know if it's an app you have to run on a tablet or something, or what. Power cable. Gonna need that. Safety glasses. I've got a billion of those. Okay, now we're gonna judge the most important part of this. Now we got the most important part. E-stop. So when it comes to a CNC, the most critical part is that the E-stop has a nice feel to it, okay? It should be firm and not squishy, and it should make a satisfying noise. That is how you judge an E-stop. The ability of the E-stop to turn the machine off is irrelevant. All it has to do, it has to do that. If it doesn't do that, it's not an E-stop, so it doesn't matter. But it's got to make a satisfying noise, and it's got to be firm yet tactile. Mushy E-stops that don't make a click, bane of existence. You might as well go to the same place in hell that people who don't flush cut zip ties. Okay, so it's already down, it's already depressed. I give it a B. The click isn't too bad, but it sounds hollow. Also, I wish there was some knurling on the side of the button. The button's too smooth, but it is an E-stop. It's a little on the hollow side, a little tinny. Solid B tier, solid B tier. B tier end stop. We got a probe, a wired probe. We don't have a wired probe. The box is empty. the box is empty. So I guess I don't have a probe, unless it's already in there or I'm missing it. Backup screws, more bits. Oh my God, how many tool bits did they give me? Oh, it's on the machine already? Okay. I kind of figured it was either on the machine or in another box. More end mills. Oh my God, they gave me so many end mills. Manual tool setter. We got a manual tool setter with an edge finder, so that'll come in handy. And a USB cable, and it's USB-C, yay. Okay, so that's all that. And then the last thing here is a box of materials. Oh, the probe's already attached near the input, okay. I also see a little laser. So got some foam stuck on there. So we got some sample materials here. We got some wood, we got some PCB stuff, double-sided tape, X-Acto knife, a sanding brick. Yeah, so we got wood, just epoxy tooling board, small sanding block, Delrin, or is this Delrin? Waste board. Here, those are all kind of stuck together. ABS plastic, so we got ABS plastic sheet, some acrylic, double-sided tape. Okay, so we got some epoxy tooling board. There we go. So that is that. Cool. Okay, I ran out of room already. Yeah, okay. Garbage is full. So let's make some room here. Let's make some room. So materials and PCB. So PCB fab stuff, I'm just gonna put aside for now, because I don't think we're gonna be doing any PCB fab work anytime soon. Materials, I will put aside for now. Let's take a look at the 4th axis kit, by the way, before we get too far. Power cable, you can go back here. That goes there. This is for the screen, which I gotta figure out how that works. So if we end up cutting stuff today, we end up cutting stuff today. If we don't, we don't. Today is more just kind of figuring out how this all works. Oh, we do have a little plate of aluminum. Look, guys. It's an original Voron V0 size bed. For those that don't know, the original Voron bed was supposed to be 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters, not 120. We switched to 120 because there were already beds available in that size. So the laser module. No screen? No, I don't know if it comes with a screen or you just kind of attach a tablet. Yeah, it comes with an iPad or a phone holder. So I'm assuming you just run an app on your phone that's connected to it. So I'll just grab one of my old phones and plug it in and use that. Or a tablet or something. I'll get a cheap tablet or something. Okay, so the 4th axis, please remove the headstock and the leftmost side base, aligning with the position as shown in the diagram. Oh, I see, okay. So we're not gonna play with the 4th axis today because we're just trying to get the machine set up today, but we do have a 4th axis. We do have some wood and yeah, behold, a 4th axis. So this will allow you to put wood and other things in there and machine stuff that needs to rotate. Also, it'll probably help with laser engraving. How's the chuck on this? The chuck seems pretty good. It is a 4-jaw chuck, which will be good for square stock. Personally, I'm a fan of 3-jaw chucks. They're a little bit more universal, but it makes sense because probably not going to be chucking round stock into this too often. Okay, so let's put this over here with the rest of the stuff I've already taken off. Go there. Okay, 4th axis stuff there. You're there. Laser can go over here. We're not going to play with the laser right now. This stuff can just kind of go here, I guess. This arm goes on this side. Does it go on this side? I don't know where it screws into. I'm assuming it's these two screws right here. So let's put that in. Let's install this. Yeah, because so it can go like that, and it can go that way. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter which orientation, but it goes right there. So let's go back to this guy. Let's grab my setup sheet and continue on. So open the cover, find the voltage switch on the right side and set it to the specified location. Okay. So come over here, and it's on the right side of the machine. I don't see it. Open the cover, find the voltage switch on the right side of the beam. Oh, it's up top here. And set it to 215. Okay. I gotta get in. It's in here. Can't really see it. Okay, I'm assuming it's at 215 now, or 115. 115. There we go. So we set that to 115. Tear off the power port seal and connect the power supply. Caution. Oh, here we go. Please ensure the power supply voltage. Oh, that's nice. So before you could even plug it in, they have this sticker over the inlet. So you can't even, like, you have to peel off this sticker before you can plug it in. And the sticker's like, hey, yo, dog, make sure you got the voltage right. Okay, so we plug this in. It's set to off. So now it has power. I'm not using the power cable that came with it, by the way. I'm using one I already have set in. Okay. That's it. That's the entire unboxing guide. Okay, I guess we'll put the e-stop in. And it is a nice locking collar with this. So that just kind of screws in there. We have our e-stop now. I shall put you here. Open it up. I will say the feet are non-adjustable. That is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Got foam on everything. There we go. Foam's blocking the laser. What's this? What is this guy? Okay, so that is that. Oh, here's the wire probe. So danger, wired probe, laser. That goes there. We have slot machine handle. Don't know what this does, but it's a slot machine handle. Nothing moves when I push it, so that's pretty rigid. Can I move the bed? Nope, bed don't move unless I push it. Okay, let's get the actual manual out and figure stuff out here. So let me pull up the email here from them. Okay, thanks for the update. After unpacking the machine, please update the latest firmware controller here so you can learn how to update manual. There we go. The new version of Maker cam and manuals will also be uploaded here. Please feel free to reach out if you have any issues. Very excited as possible. There we go. Okay, so we got the manual. So we'll download the manual here. You know, I'm just going to download everything. So, download that. Controller and firmware. We got to download some stuff and do some updating. Fun times, happy adventures. I'm going to need a USB stick. Oh, lights back on. There we go. Releases the bit in the collar. Ah! Okay, but how do I put it back in? Oh, you really gotta really go at it with some force. There we go. Cool. I mean, the sock is pretty nice. The fact that it has a built-in sock and it's got air, but I don't know how to make the air blow that way. The air thing is pointed that way, but we'll take a look at the manual once I get it all downloaded. Okay. So showing folders. No, showing folders. Oh, I gotta download Makera Cam as well. And that. Okay, downloads. Sweet. So let's extract all this, extract firmware, extract all. Extract all. Go. We're just extracting all the files here. It would have been nice if it came with like a thumb drive. I will say it would be nice if it came with a thumb drive. But it does not, which is kind of disappointing. I get it, because if it comes with a thumb drive, then the files go out of date. Then the thumb drive was literally a waste. But it would have been nice. So I wouldn't have to like go through and find everything. Extract all. Hey, Andy. Okay, so that is all that. Wow, my eyes are getting that and delete that. Okay, manual. Manual, instruction manual. Okay, so how do we update this? Okay, welcome to the world of CNC. Okay, disclaimer, safety instructions, FCC. Yeah, we don't need no stinking safety instructions. Okay, air inlet, hose, dust extraction, emergency stop, data, phone charging. So there's all that. Tool setter, unpack. There, parts list. So there's the parts list of everything that comes with the full kit. That's cool. LED light assembly kit. Cool. Preparation, voltage adjustment. Okay, so adjust the voltage. The machine is 220, so adjust it. So we've done that. Open the cover, find that, tear off the seal, and connect the power supply. Power on. Plug the cable. Power cable and turn the machine on. Carvera Air will home all axes automatically and turn on the illumination light. Let's do this. Okay, took a minute there. Wow, that's bright. This is nice. The fact that it's this bright in here is really nice, because this lid is probably grab it from the middle. That's a pretty nice setup, I'm gonna say. Like this is a pretty nice enclosure. And it cuts down the noise pretty good. Okay. So it does come with like a spoil board already pre-attached, it looks like. That's a bit disappointed. It's got some like dust collector strips here and they're already like coming off. Don't know how important they are, but they are coming off. All the foam's everywhere. Okay, so that's that. Phone tablet installation. Okay, so facilitate transport the phone tablet's not pre-installed. To install it, remove the screws on the far side base, position the stand, and secure it. Okay, so let's do that. here. Do these screws. There's one screw out. Two screws out. I think you could put this on either side. Yeah, you can put this on either side. I'm gonna put it on this side because where I end up putting this machine is where the panel will make more sense, but okay, I think I gotta use longer screws. I think I need longer screws for this. Reattaching the screws. Okay, the screws aren't long enough though. The screws aren't long enough. They're too short. Like, the screws are too short. They don't reach. The screws don't reach. These are too short. Am I supposed to use different screws? Yeah, like no joke, these screws are too short. They don't reach in. I got no meat for my potatoes. Am I supposed to use a different screw? It doesn't tell me. What the heck, Makera? Look for the screws in the box that had the arm. Good point. Which box was that? Was it the accessory box? Aluminum plate. Nope, not that box, not this box. So it's probably this box. Accessories, yep, so it'd be this box. Oh, here we go. Backup screws, there we go. That have blue Loctite on them. Oh, okay. I mean, this doesn't have blue Loctite, but these will work. These are backup screws and they're longer. Maybe that's them. I don't see blue Loctite on any screws. Oh. Okay. Where to put my change that. Oh, you got a Kickstarter? Yeah, it might have changed since Kickstarter. Okay. There we go. Also, not gonna lie, you want to know the other reason I got this machine? You want to know the other reason I said yes to this machine besides, hey, this actually looks like kind of fun. I've heard good things and it's probably good content for the channel. The Voron team wants something else to compare to a Cascade. I mean, now we have a comparison. Okay, so I'm assuming you would put a tablet on here or a phone. I do not have one on hand, but I will acquire a tablet or something to use in the future, or just use an old phone for now. I think you could just plug this into a computer, and that's what we're gonna do today, because I just want to do some I just want to get the machine up and going and just see how it functions kind of thing, and then move from there. But first, we also have to update the firmware. How about the Milo? The Milo, the problem with the Milo is a full-on true CNC, and I'm not... Two reasons I haven't been using the Milo. One, the size of it. It needs like a full meter enclosure for me to actually utilize it fully. I have used it to engrave and cut wood. Beyond that, I'm not getting metal chips everywhere without a proper enclosure. Same with like a dust or mist system. It doesn't have that. It's a more capable machine than this for what it does, but it's also, it needs more room, and I don't have that right now. This is fully enclosed and it's ready to go. This makes a bit more sense for my current setup. Although I will say, maybe because I'm doing it from the side, the door is a little annoying. But I'm doing it from the side, so that might be why. The Milo is, I wouldn't compare this to a Milo. A Milo has a much, much, much bigger spindle and a completely different layout. Okay, software control. Go to makecar.com and download the Carvera controller. It currently supports computers, tablets, and phones. We recommend using the computer version controller software for your use. Please refer to that. If you plan to connect via USB, download and install Carvera Air USB driver. Okay, so controller. Well, hopefully I don't get fished or something. Next. Install. While that's installing, I'm going to take a sip of my delicious gamer subs. If you are thirsty and you want to get some, use code Canuck, link in the description, save some money. Num num num. Make sure you reach out to Lightburn for the Millmage beta. That too. I want to start doing more CNC stuff on the channel. Carvera controller. Okay. So that's that. What else? Connect via USB. Install the Carvera Air USB driver. So do I need the USB driver? Support. Software. Okay. Controller Windows. Oh, here we go. Download the firmware. Support cam software. So Fusion, Carve. Oh, you can control it with. Oh, you can control it with some other stuff and Lightburn. I mean, that's nice. That's nice. That it's not like fully locked into its own firmware. I mean that's nice. Where's the firmware at? Firmware 1.01. Yeah. Okay. So 1.03. Oh, this is a newer firmware here. Okay. Okay, the purpose of configuring Wi-Fi is to allow Carvera to join the network at the workplace so that your computer can control the machine without it being restricted. The network can be configured via USB cable or the machine's built-in Wi-Fi accessing point. Connect via USB. Okay, let's connect it via USB. I need an USB cable. I have an USB cable. What about Voron CNC? Well, I don't have one of those yet. So another reason I wanted this machine, because this machine is a more curated CNC experience, it's more easier for newbies than here's Fusion 360, have fun, YOLO. I'm hoping to learn more about CNC on something like this before diving into more DIY CNCs, because I'll be honest, that's one of the other reasons I haven't been using the Milo much, is simply my skill at CNC is nowhere near competent. I am a manual machinist. Give me a Bridgeport and I'm a happy camper, okay? The USB cable doesn't reach. I need a longer USB-C cable. I need a longer USB-C cable, or I could just move the machine over. Haha. Doo-doo. It made a beep noise. Okay, connect via USB. Connect the USB cable. Click the status on the status bar. Click USB. Is this the status bar? Maybe I do need the USB driver. Yeah, it's showing Makera. Oh, 2. Oh, there you go. There. Oh, they got numbers. That's nice. Oh, I closed the software. 1 second. Where we go? Carvera controller. Okay, so open it up. Select USB. USB. COM3. Okay, Wi-Fi. Okay, let me set up the Wi-Fi. Let me make it connect to the Wi-Fi off screen, so you guys don't steal my password. Not that it matters, because if I ever do leak my Wi-Fi, just so you're aware, I have a separate network that only the printers are on, that literally just punches through to the internet. So if I ever leak my Wi-Fi, the most you can do is get on the internet. You have no access to my internal house network. What do you mean password's incorrect? Do I have caps lock on? Oh, that's why I have caps lock on. Whenever you do not update the machine or turn off the machine while it's updating. Well, you never restart something that's updating unless it tells you to restart. Okay, so we are connected via Wi-Fi. Okay. Okay, via the access point, connect. Find the accessing point, Carvera Air, blah, 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 and connect, no password. Okay, so we've done that, Wi-Fi configuration. Okay. Okay, so we're there. Software. Okay, so how do I update the software? So this is all that. No, I want to update the firmware. Task toolbar, G-code MIDI. I mean, this is a pretty nice manual. I will say this is actually a pretty nice manual. Laser module, rotary module. Okay. Spindle collet installer. Oh, that's how you change that. Air assist module. So it goes forward to unlock. Oh, I pushed into that. I don't know what that does. Oh, it blows down. That's an air assist. Oh, that's nice. It's got some chip blowing there. That's nice. Okay. And then you can adjust it. Okay. Control F. Firmware. Okay. There we go. Okay. Laser, manual control, so function. Software upgrade. Okay, so where is this? At the end. Okay, so laser, that, where? Idle. Oh, I really wish it would tell me what these things were. So manual control, device status, Wi-Fi 7.4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Update. Oh, here we go. Controller. Okay. New version detected. Check for updates. Okay. So we need a new controller. Download. So I installed an older version of the cam, I guess. Oh, how much you want to bet the email they sent me is a copy paste email from like when they were first sending out review units? How much you want to bet? Firmware, okay. And I'm on the current firmware. So I'm on 1.03. Yeah, so I'm on the newest firmware. I'm on 1.03, but I'm on the old version of controller. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's close. Oops, shoot. Okay, close all that. Yeah. Extract all. Extract all. There we go. Getting forced ads. Are you getting ads? Should be getting ads. I have them disabled. Oh, no, shoot. I'm sorry. You might be getting ads. Let me fix that. When I start a new build series, normally I'm lazy, and when I start a new stream, I'll just like reuse the old settings. And I think I didn't do that this time. I made like new settings. Like I just said, make a new stream, and it defaulted to the new freaking ad settings on YouTube, which inject ads. Let me fix that. Yeah, let YouTube in. No, choose how ads insert ads manually. No more of these. I hate those. I hate when it does that. It's super annoying. Yeah, and then literally as soon as I disable that, this pops up on my screen. And it's like, oh, creators earn more money by inserting ads. It's like, I know I make more money to write ads, but my audience isn't big enough for me to be worth doing it. Like, it's literally like a quarter every time I push that ad button. And two, it makes people leave. If I have one person tune into the stream and donate like a gifted membership, I will make more off of that stream, that one person gifting one membership, than I will off of like if I ran a ad spot during the stream. Now, granted, if you watch the stream after the stream, there are ads. That's fine. I'm okay with that. You can skip through them or you can ad block them. But live ads are no. I don't like it. Please enter the email address used to purchase the order. Oh, okay. Hopefully, I'm in the system. Submit. Welcome to MakerCam. 3-axis? Why are you on the wrong screen? 3-axis. So this is MakerCam. That's cool. Yes. Did I open the wrong project? Oh, geez, people are donating. 1 second here. Carvera controller. Did I download the wrong thing? I think I installed the wrong thing. Mr. Tiburon gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciation. The Senate. I am the Senate. Gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. And Jim Rippon gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. So that's that. So I did download the wrong thing. Okay, so Makera Cam. No, I need controller. There you go, controller Windows. Okay, let me install this. Run anyways. Yes. Next, install. Need to be updated. It's recommended that you allow setup to, okay. Next, there we go. Now it's updating. There we go. Now it's updating. There we go. There we go. And John, thank you for becoming a member. Cheers and appreciate it. So let me see, can I connect to this now via Wi-Fi? So disconnect Wi-Fi. Allow. Okay, so let me see here. If I unplug the USB, so it's unplugged via USB, connect via Wi-Fi, searching nearby machines. Connected to machine. Okay, so if I'm connected to the machine, if I hit, where's home? Is there a home button on this? X, Y, Z, A. I'm assuming A is the 4th axis. So if I hit X, is there a home all button? Focus, spindle. RPM scaling. So if I drag this up, does this make the spindle go burr? No. Okay. Tool status and control. And laser status and control. Arrow on the right. Ooh, here we go. home. Okay. So that homes it. So if I do this, so you can move in 10mm increments. And then I can move the bed back. Okay, so that's that. A is rotate, Z is plus and minus, so I can move that down. That moves like 1mm at a time. Okay. And then, is there a way to manually turn the spindle on? I want to turn the spindle. I can't turn the auto vacuum. Reset scaling value to 100. I want to make the spindle go. I want to hear the spindle. Oh, you know what? How much you want to bet I got to have the door closed for that? How much you want to bet I have to have the door closed for the spindle to work? Okay, door's closed. Spindle. There is no button to turn the spindle on. MS S1000. Yeah, I mean, I could put it in through that, but I was hoping there'd be like a engage the spindle. Okay, anyways, let's go back to the manual. Let's actually do something with this machine. Firstly, e-stop. Okay. Turn the e-stop off. The machine is halted. Emergency stop button pressed. Confirm to unlock. Confirm. Now the machine is unlocked. Home all. There we go. E-stop. Okay, so e-stop works. Always make sure your e-stop works. Always make sure your e-stop works. What else do we got on the back here? We got a data port, a charging port. So I'm assuming the charging port's for whatever you put here. We also have a extension plug-in. I'm assuming that is for the 4th axis control. Let's check the manual. Let's go back to the manual here. That's not what I wanted. Manual. Where did I put the manual? Manual. Here we go. So I think we could theoretically get going with a little project here and make some chips. You guys want to make some chips? Because I think we're now set up. It's set up via Wi-Fi. We can control it via Wi-Fi. I'll put the app on a phone, an old phone or something, and put it on the side to control it manually. Oh, here's the colors. So blue is idle, green is working, red is alarm, yellow is homing. Hold, wait. Oh, there's different color combos too. Ooh. Wait for tool change. Ooh, that's nice. Spindle control and status. Symbols. There you go. Task toolbar. G-code, MDI, G-code preview, manual operation, errors. If you have any problems, feel free to contact us. General workflow. Turn on the machine. Fix the workpiece to the anchor point. Open the software, connect. Okay, so this seems pretty general. Wire probe. The wire probe is a key component supporting Z-axis probing, machining, and secondary. Installation is stored on the right side. Is connected and is ready to be used. Installation removal method of the wire probe is the same as that for standard milling bit. Probing, when the wire probe is triggered, the green indicator light turns on. Oh, so if you want to probe, so let's open this up. So you want to do is that, there you go. The door, I'm not bitching about the door being a little finicky simply for the fact that I'm doing it on an angle. So if you want to do wire probing, let's move this. That over. So what you would do is you would take out that, take your probe out, this out of the way. Put this in here. And that, you see the light? Oh, it was working. Uh-oh, did I break it? It was working. Yeah, there we go. It's not actually working. It's not working regularly. Does it have to touch metal or something? It works, but only when starting a project. Oh. Oh, okay. Anyways, you would put that in there, and that would do that. Okay. So let's look at some example projects. I think there are some example projects, example guides. Here you go. So let's do something simple. So LED light is one of the projects that they give you, where you machine multiple different parts. Laser engraving, 3-axis relief. Let's do the 3-axis relief. Okay, the case demonstrates how to use Carvera Air to perform roughing and finishing steps for machining a relief. This offers a straightforward approach to creating an intricate machining process. Fix the epoxy tooling board to the waste board in the manner shown as that. Align it to the L bracket. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm gonna need some stuff here. So let's get the waste board. We have our waste board. We got multiple waste boards. I only need one. So waste board goes on there. Actually, make sure I got a nice flat surface. There we go. Okay, so that goes there. Then we need our tools. Dear printer, gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciated. So it goes on the corner here like that. And I'm assuming okay, so let's turn the machine off. So we'll go through the whole process as it tells me to do it. So fix the epoxy and tooling board. So I can move this back a bit because I don't need the USB cable. So I can actually have room to set this up. Put the USB there. Okay. So let's set this up. Where's that block? Need the PCB fabrication stuff. We'll do that little project later. This little block here. I think we have 2 of these. Yeah, we got 2 of these, so we only need 1. This is gonna make a mess. I'm gonna have to go dig out my other vacuum. So epoxy tooling board, need that. Put the other one over here. And how do we clamp this down? I think we just clamp it down. I mean, it shows it being clamped in like that. Okay, so I guess we just use this and this. Is this the right bit? It is the right bit. Okay. Oh wow, some of these are really long. Okay. we get that there, but then we use these pins here, I'm assuming, to locate it. So we got some locating pins. So that locates that. This goes there. It's a subtractive manufacturing machine. For those that don't know what this is, it's the opposite of a CNC or of an FDM machine. And then we have like a bunch of different size ones, but I think it looks like we have one goes on here. I think that's too long. No, that's, that'll go there. This will go here. It does show it overlapping. Then we also have one clamp goes here. How's that supposed to reach? How's that supposed to reach in there? Are they different? No, they look similar. I'm trying to figure out how this goes in here. It doesn't reach. It doesn't fit. It doesn't line up with the hole. This is the same one? No, this is the same one. There's only one. Okay, well, I guess we're not using that. I mean, it's just to hold it in place to keep it from moving this way. So, not too concerned. Now, these are toenail clamps. So how do they have these? Are these just straight up? Oh, no, they are mounted on the lip. They are on the lip. Okay. So we do have them on the lip. There is a little lip on these. So those just kind of go like that and like that. The edge has a slot that can sit on your stock material. Oh, I see. It goes like that. Okay. So the reason I'm doing this first is I want something that's like relatively simple. We just kind of run it and let it do its thing. And also it gives us kind of an idea of how the machine sounds doing a big project. Yeah, I still can't get that in. Oh, I see. It's like this. Yeah, it's longer. That's why. Nope, not that one. This one. So they do give you quite a bit of screws for all the different... You know what? I'm not going to risk it. That is just way too tight. That feels so off trying to screw that in. So what I'm going to do instead is just put one right here. There we go. That's going nowhere. Is a CNC like an FDM? Yes. In fact, it's more like the opposite. Pretty much all the nomenclature and the way we operate 3D printers is based on CNCs. Because here's a fun fact. I'm going to break the ice and blow open this entire conspiracy that most people don't even realize. Are you ready? Are you ready to have your minds absolutely shattered? A 3D printer is a CNC machine. Did you know that? A 3D printer is a CNC machine. It's a machine controlled by a computer. It's like computer numerical control. It's just the act of having something move controlled by a computer. It can have a spindle on it. It can have a laser on it. It can have a hot end on it. It can have a wire on it for an EDM. They're all CNCs. Are you a CNC machine? I mean, I'm a meat popsicle, so who knows? Okay, so that is on that. So that's clamped down. As shown in the figure, it doesn't show anything at the top here. I'm a little concerned, actually, that it's not showing anything at the top. Hopefully there's enough room and we don't crash a bit into something. If we do, it's testing to figure out what happens if we crash a bit into something. Yeah. Let me do this the other way. I'm concerned now. I'm actually concerned now. Now I'm concerned. See if I can do this the right way. This goes like that. So this does have to go like that. There we go. Jeez, this is... There we go. There we go. There we go. Now that's clamped down. Okay. So now... Oh no! Caught it. So fix the pooling board, blah, 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 applying to the L bracket. Okay, so at the L1 point. There we go. Make sure the used milling bit is a number 1 3 spiral flute bit. Okay. Single flute spiral bit. Now I need to find it. A number 1. That's it. So I have number 0. I have number 0 conferring bit and a corn bit. Single flute engraving bit. 3.175 by 25. 3.175. I don't, these are 0.2, 12 mil, 20. Oh, 3.175. Here we go. 1/8 shank, 3.75 by 25 millimeter. See, the thing is, I'm a little concerned. It says number 1. We're on this. It says 0, but it's 3.75 by 25 millimeter. So let's see what they got here. Do I have anything with number 1? I don't see anything with number 1. They all say 0. Unless the number 1 just means flute. Carvera benchy. The problem is I'm using the pre-made stuff. There are 2 types of CNC operators, those that have broken bits and liars. True. 1 flute. Yeah, so it's a 1 flute. Ooh, wow, that's sharp. So if you're wondering what it looks like, it's a single flute. Here, let me cam, configure video, focus, autofocus. Apply. There we go. So that is a single flute end mill. So let's chuck it. Take that out. Put it in. Okay. So that seam's there. There's also an end stop back here. Okay. Turn on the power and wait for the homing to complete. Loud noises. It takes a minute for it to boot up. That's another thing I've noticed. I mean, it's not, grand scheme of things, you'll probably be leaving this on a lot if you're like me. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. I crunched the hose. I know. We're good. We're good. Okay, home all again. Can this do aluminum? Slowly. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't want, like, honestly, this machine would actually be probably pretty bitchin' for Delrin. Using this machine for Delrin for like doing like 3D printer parts would be pretty good, or other sort of small parts that you want to machine. Be interesting to see how this does carbon fiber as well. For like, oh hey, I want to make some FPV frames. I'm sure there is a use case. Okay, so turn on the power and wait for the automatic homing. Open the control software and connect to Carvera Air. Open root examples relief in the remote directory. Where is open? Open examples relief, pirate ship, select. Okay. Open the task configuration and dialog box. So open task configuration and dialog box. Where the hell is that? Because this is the pirate ship that we're going to carve. I hate when stuff doesn't have task configuration. Task configuration and dialog box. Cancel, close. Task toolbar, okay. What you carving? A pirate ship. Task toolbar, okay. Okay, if you have used scene, you know that scene tuning requires a lot of preparation, including the setting the X, Y, blah, blah, blah. Because Carvera Air has automatic detection and leveling functions, we have integrated these settings to the task and that. We provide that. Okay. So, oh, it's, okay, it's this box. Oh, okay. That. Okay. In dialog box, set working coordinates to X offset 3 and Y offset 3 relative to anchor 1. Okay, oop, 1 second. What's up, buddy? What am I printing? I'm not printing anything. Oh, I got a phone call. 1 second. Okay, go inside. Oh, guy needed a measuring tape. Okay. So set work origin. So anchor 1, X offset 3, Y offset 4. Was that right? Set working coordinates x offset 3 relative to anchor 1. So anchor 1, x offset 3, y offset 4. That seems about right. So it looks like there's like preset anchor points on the machine. So 3, 3-ish. Oh, wait, is it 3, 3? And y offset 3. Okay, so it's 3, 3. 3, 3. Okay. So that looks pretty normal. 3, check. Okay, check the scan margin option. Okay. Scan margin option. Check auto Z probe option. Auto Z probe, okay. Because the material surface will be milled at a certain height, no need for automatic leveling. Oh, uncheck auto leveling. Okay, so uncheck auto leveling, okay. So check the auto Z probe option, set the probe point to X offset 5, Y offset 5. 5, 5 from path origin, okay. So 5, 5 for auto Z and turn off that one. So this should look like that. So 3, 3, on, 5, 5, off. Uncheck that. Check the configuration according to the picture or the figure above and click run. Change the tools according to the software's prompt. Please refer to 6 on page 9. You can move the machine to the clearance position after the completing to reduce your interference with subsequent offering. Okay, I think we can run it. Buckle up. So apparently it will call out for tool changes at certain points. So when we get to it, we'll get to it. Close that up. E-stop is ready to go. Thumbs up for luck. Thumbs up for luck. You're all gonna spam thumbs up in chat, but because of the delay, it'll already be started by the time you guys start spamming thumbs up. So we'll see what happens. Changing tool. Please change tool to probe, then press confirm to proceed. So I should put the probe in. Okay. Change tool to probe. And then confirm to proceed. So we've got the wired probe in now, and confirm. So we're coming down on the probe. Don't be cutting. Oh, it's drawing out the where it's going to cut with the laser. Oh, this is nice. It's doing the outline right now of where it's going to cut. So you can go, oh shit, if it's going to cut over a clamp. Okay. Please change to tool 1. So we take this off. This can go in there. I don't know why that light's green. There we go. That can go in. There we go. Okay, so we've changed the tool to tool 1. Confirm. And now it's gonna home the tool again. The LED on the front then asks for a tool change and never a tool needed. Oh, nice. It is a bit annoying that this is not centered. It's off a bit. Oh, spindle's engaged. And at this point, I wish I had a vacuum. And it's showing the G-code moves here. So that's cool. This is going pretty, I will be honest, this is not as loud as I thought it would be. This is not as loud. How's it holding spindle RPM? Is there a way for me to see actual spindle RPM somewhere? It's holding 10,000 RPM. Is noise cancellation on? With the, yeah, here, let me turn off noise cancellation. All noise cancellation's off right now. The boot should be lower. I mean, the boot is as low as it goes. It's magnetic. There's no adjustment on it. But I don't have like an air, I mean, I have an air compressor. I have one over here. I'll get it set up. So at least we have chip evacuation. And I don't have the vacuum, I don't have a vacuum on it either. So. Is anyone else surprised it's gone? I mean, let's be honest, for $2,500, it better go smoothly. I'm liking the light in here though. The light in here is actually really nice. The fact that this isn't level though, can you guys see this? This isn't level. The lid is like tilted. I don't know if there's like something, no, that's, I think the frame might be bent. Yeah, I think the top of my frame is bent. Oh well. Does it cut metal? It'll cut aluminum if you're really good with it. There is some vibration. Pulo, $50, go get a rigid shop vac. Okay, I'll go buy a cheap little shop vac. Sent that. Okay, so item 6 on page 9. Where's page 9? Print a fan. Yeah, apparently you could print like a little fan that sits on it, on the collet. If anyone has a link to it, can you throw it in the Discord? I'll take a look at it while it's doing this. But apparently you can print like a little fan that just like attaches to the spindle. And that way when the spindle spins, it just blows air down. By the way, I'm gonna turn the noise canceling back on because this is, makes my audio sound better. There we go. Will it do brass? It probably will be okay. You just got to be aware, a lot of like brass and copper are very gummy. So you kind of want to take it easy. I will say this noise is very tolerable. Compared to the other CNCs I've cut with in the garage, this is very quiet. But it's also fully enclosed, so... What is going on here? There we go. The shop vac, you might not need a printed fan. The fan will make a mess inside. I mean, here, let me see what I got here. I think I have a vacuum in. Oh, I do have a vacuum. Okay, one second. Aha. I forgot, I do have like an old vacuum. Like, it's nothing fancy. It's like literally an old vacuum. This fit? No, that won't fit. I mean, I'll do the just kind of hold it and see what happens kind of test. Good God, this thing's ancient. Plug it in. Helps if I actually plug it in the right way around. There we go. Okay. So if I push this up against there, I mean, that works pretty good. That actually looks really good. The only problem is it's like just like it's an old like Eureka dustless. So it's just an old Eureka dustless. So I need like an adapter for it. Or tape. If only I had machines that were capable of adjusting the diameter of something from a larger to a smaller diameter. Oh my God, this thing is so dirty. Ugh. I don't have duct tape out here, actually. Okay, where is the Apollo 13 engineering team when you need it? Oh God, this thing is broken. I can't, like, lock it. Where's the Apollo? Somebody get me the Apollo 13 engineering team now. Just get a shot. I will get a shop vac. This is literally... Oh, wait, I forgot. I have a shitty, cheap old vacuum out here that I use for cleaning up my car occasionally. I'll get a proper shop vac, don't worry. It's just, for now, at least I have something that can kind of clean it out. I just gotta have to hold it. I mean, this is actually like sucking up a lot of the dust. Like here. I'll put it on the Discord. Why is that button not working? Freaking Discord app isn't working. I can't get the stupid, like... go. And then go on my Discord, live stream channel. There we go. Look at it go. Yeah, so this is you print this out of TPU and you just kind of slide it over the collet. And as it does its thing, it just acts like a fan and blows down. So, because here's the thing. If you're doing something like this, a vacuum is more what you want, because the chips are light. With a metal, if you're cutting metal, you need chip evacuation. You can't be having chips build up in the hole you're milling. So the fan makes more sense if you're doing metals, because you want to blow the chips out instead of just trying sucking them up, because you got to get them out of the holes. Yeah, I don't think the vacuum is going to work for this. I am legit surprised how good this is working though. Oh. I think I got to change tools. What's the other tool? Change to tool 2. What is tool 2? What is tool 2? Three-axis. Open this software. Open that. Okay. Please check the configuration and click run. Change the tools according to the controller software's prompt. Please refer to item 6 on page 9. Of what? Item 6 of page 9. Where's page? Okay, page 9. What does that mean? Item 6. What? Where does it? Well, normally you don't put the name, you don't put the size of the tool. Oh, number 2. Oh, here's the other tool. Okay, number 2. 30 degree 0.2 V-bit. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Chamfering spiral. What spiral is this? What is the chamfering? That's a chamfering. So that's a 30 degree 0.2 V-bit. Oh, here we go. Single flute engraving bit, 1/8 inch shank, 30 degree 0.2 mil. Okay, so now, oh look, and we got different lights. Okay, so let's open you up. Okay, let's clean this out while I get a chance here. Okay. So this has a little sleeve on it. So to swap it out, it's quite simple. Pull down, take up old bit, take new bit, put it in, lock it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my top here is damaged because I'm getting like different, my lights. This isn't even, this is like kind of like that. And the lighting is like not all lighting up. So I think the top of this got dinged or something during transport or something. Okay, back to carving. Confirm. So it's rehoming. And if you're wondering what it's looking like, well, it's a little bright. Push it up from the inside. I will. I'll fiddle with it later. So this is a carve bit, so it's going to take a bit, I think. Get it? It's going to take a bit. Do you get it? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Needs a bit holder. That is the full-size Makera. This is the Air, which requires you to do manual tool changes. The Makera, the regular one, has a tool changer built in, which, don't get me wrong, would be really nice, but it's also like $3 grand more. This is $2,500. The regular Makera is $5,500. So you're paying quite a bit more to save you from doing the tool change yourself. And I think the other one has a bit more features to it, but it's still pretty similar. Like I think the X, Y, and Z, this has steppers. This has stepper motors. The regular Makera has servos, but I think the spindle is the same. So you get servos and you get a tool changer. Need to print myself a sans mask at some point. So now it's doing the V carve, which is like the more minute detail stuff. According to this, we are 3% done. I think we might be doing this for the rest of the stream, guys. This might be the rest of the stream. It's just it doing that. Does it have an etching laser? It does have an engraving laser. It's got a 5-watt laser. Or a 5,000 milliwatt. Does it show estimated time? Yeah, it shows it right here. You can see it at the bottom. This is how many lines of G code. There's 187,000 lines of G code, and we are 7,700 lines in. 4% of G code complete. Usually with CNCs, they just go on percentage. It's just based on the total amount of G code. So 100,000 G code lines, each line is X percent. So it just goes by percent. But, you know, a straight line and a contour have more G code, different G code amounts. So like you could see it filling up here. I got a feeling once it gets to the top, it's done. Unless it does like another pass this way. Because it does a roughing pass with the 3mm bit, and then it comes in with the V carve to do the final pass. So let me back it up some. Just to see what it's looking like. I am hungry. I'm gonna have another drink of my delicious gamer sups while this does this. Also, I'm gonna fill up my little kit here better. Can I put that in there? Oh, these are, oh, it's already angled. Can't really add much to this. So go there. Trying to figure out what goes, oh, I think I know what goes there. Where'd I put that one box? Accessory box? More clamps? Oh, here we go, no toenail clamps. These go in here. Yeah, these clamps are nice because you put this on the bed, and then when you tighten the screw, it pushes in. So you can like clamp down on stuff and you still have a lot of clearance. So these are nice. So I think these go in here. If I can get them. Oh! Shit. I hit the E-stop. Can I resume? Shit, I bumped the E-stop. I don't think I can resume. Fuck. How do you resume? Stop. I did hit the play button. I hit the play button. It just shows this going. This play? No, that just moves lines of G code. Shoot. I know. How do you resume if I accidentally hit E-stop? Shit. Copy the G code. I know you could do it that way. I just want to see if there's like a... Should have put that behind. Occurs that needs the machine to be, please click the emergency button in the software, press the physical. There is built-in closed-loop servo motors and save the coordinates to check. No need to reset the tool after reboot. But how do I resume? Run. Put the probe in. Nope. I think I screwed it up. I think I got to start over. E-stop goes over here now. Where's that other block of plastic? Shiza. By the way, see the LEDs, what I mean? Well, at least the E-stop works. Well, let's start over. That was dumb. I mean, it was coming out really nice. Frick. Frick. This is so stupid. Well, at least now we know how it goes, right? I know I've probably got a bunch of people in chat that are like, oh, just restart the G code from where you left off. And it's like, problem is I started running it. And yes, I know I can, you know, go back to the tool change and whatever, but you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Plus now I have an example. I have a midpoint correction, or I did that on purpose to verify that the e-stop works. And also to, so I have something to show the difference between a roughing pass and a final pass, right? It's content for the video. That's the excuse. That's what we're gonna live with, and we're gonna move on. Right? Everyone just kind of nod. It's for content. Just nod. Everyone nod. Does everyone just give a thumbs up in chat? Nod. Well, I try not to stab myself. Laser in. Laser is in. That was so dumb. That was stupid. It's content. That was more than 10 minutes. That was like 30 minutes we lost. Okay, so the e-stop is now behind the machine, by the way. That was dumb. That was dumb. By the way, if it falls through these slots, it falls out. Go. Confirm. I was trying to put these in here. I was trying to push these in, and I literally just kind of went like that and pushed down, and the e-stop was here, and I hit it with the side of my arm. That was dumb. That was dumb. Oh well. See? Look at this example of a first pass, and now I'll have a second one that I can compare as a finished pass. It's all part of the plan. The thing is, I don't know how in this software to save G-code and edit it. I'm using pre-made G-code that's built into the software. If this was G-code I made and it was just a G-code file, I would go in there and edit it to just basically start at T2. It wouldn't be that hard to do. But this is like pre-made files that are in the software itself. I don't want to go faffing around with that. And now the light is yellow and green. And yeah, the top is totally bent. The top is totally bent. Yeah, let's go on printables and see what sort of accessories we have for this. No, not on Carvera Makera. So what is the most popular? Maker wallet. That's not what I'm looking for. Carvera. Most popular. Best match. Okay. These are really handy to have, by the way. These little plant blocks, a bit holder. That's nice. The fan. A tool for installing collets. Oh, here we go. Vacuum adapter. Oh, and it mounts on. That's really nice. That's really nice. Yeah, some sort of ducting. Yeah. Wasteboard. Is this a 3D printed wasteboard? I mean, you could 3D print a wasteboard if you really wanted to. I mean, you could 3D print a wasteboard. It probably actually is somewhat economical. Quiet compressor. You know what I might do? Because I have that second Creality Falcon 2, I might steal the little air compressor out of that. That would actually probably be pretty nice for this. Let me see, I have some extra hose here. Is this, oh, this is too small. This is like CPAP hose. Yeah. I mean, it might work. Vacuum time. Let me find some tape. You guys watch this. I'm gonna go look for some like tape. I think I have some tape inside. I'm gonna do some arts and crafts for the next little bit. 1 second. Tape. Tape inside my house. I should have tape down here. Tape. It's gotta be tape. Tessa tape? Tessa tape will work. Everyone loves Tessa tape. Tessa tape will work. There we go. There we go, that'll work. Is it the right type of tape? Nope, but it'll work because it's tape. I got it in here. It is hilarious how I don't have duct tape. You'd think I would have duct tape, but I don't have duct tape. I just don't have duct tape. Like, you would think I would have duct tape, but I don't. Where are my scissors? That is a good question. There's. Okay, let's see. What can we do here? So, you can go there. Try not to hit the flippin' E-stop. Put the E-stop on the other side of the machine. It's funny. It's like you want the E-stop at a place you can reach. But it's like, I don't want to hit it. By accident. So I'm moving it away. Nothing but the finest content. Hey, you guys are the ones who come here 3 times a week. So not so much what does it say about me, what does it say about you? And then we'll just shove you in here. That'll work. And I'll use you to hold you down. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so now take this up. There. Now, is this the most optimal way to set up a vacuum? Hell no. But it might work for a bit. And then this way, I won't have to sit here and hold the vacuum at all. So you go there. I said, a bit. More tape. Haha. And now, perfect. I've lost so much suction doing this, but it works. There we go. Aha. But does it blend? That is the question. Hopefully the noise canceling is helping you guys, by the way. Yeah, like, you can get Amazon. Which one were you saying? What brand? California Tools? Like, yeah, these are big. Like, I have a like a 5-gallon air compressor over here that I could use, but I think something that just like quietly pushes a little bit of air continuously might be better. Like, I have it right here. This guy, and where's the power? Oh, dang it, the power comes from the machine. Air pump interface. Shoot. I mean, I'm sure I could figure out how to make it. Okay, you're loud. I'm turning you off for a second. Okay. Like, I have this guy. This is from the Creality Falcon 2. And I'm pretty sure I could just, you know, it's got 3 wires. I'm assuming one of them's power. 2 of them are power. So I could just, you know, use this to run the machine. Check the filter cotton and clean if the airflow is blocked. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I could just use one of these, and it's on little stabilizer feet, and it should be enough air to just, because the thing is, the little pipet that actually blows the air out is so narrow, you're probably going to get air pressure no matter what you use to power it. So, are you done? No. Probably one more pass. So I'm pretty sure that would work. Yeah, like you just want to move a bit of air. Like, what is the Carvera Air pump? Does it even come with one? Accessories. Like, they don't even sell a, oh, here we go. Yeah. They don't even sell a, whatchamacallit, an air compressor for it. I will say these are pretty cool too. It's not like they're generating a lot of heat. Okay, so now we're back to where we were 20 minutes ago. Put the V-bit back in. Close that back up. Make sure it's secure. Close you. And then hit resume. An airbrush compressor. Yeah, I literally think like anything small would work. Like I'll crack open that Creality Falcon 2, that other one I have, and just steal the compressor out of there and see what voltage it needs. Because if it runs off of like 12 volt, I'm sure I can easily tap into a 12 volt somewhere. I'll do that after I review the machine before I start modding it. But just got off work and tuning out, so I saw a cascade review now. Yeah, this seems pretty cool. Merge question, is Crimping Ain't Easy a reference? Yes, it's a reference to another act. It's not PC, but it's kind of funny. I wouldn't call it PC, but yeah. Pimpin' Ain't Easy. But also, crimping ain't easy. Although you might not want to wear that shirt in some neighborhoods in California, I think. Good God, there's so much garbage. I will say all the accessories that they ship are like, it does come in really nice containers and easy and everything. I'm a little disappointed that this is a damaged unit. I think like the fact that the LED, like it's not a functional issue at all. The way this machine is built, the XY motion is like independent of the enclosure for the most part. I'm just trying to figure out what's up with the lights. Like the light bar is, you can see it's not even. Like this side is way more, you're getting more light bleed through because it's so bright, but it's like very narrow here and it's much wider here. So the lid is kind of probably about a 2 millimeter down here. So it's like bent down about 2 millimeters here. but it still seals up fine. And the status LED it's a status LED. So I'm not super concerned. It's just a bit annoying. So. The lid is such a downer. Yeah, I get it, because bent. Oh, here's a fun little, really? Okay, wow. Saunders Machine Works. So here's a little, they make all kinds of fun stuff. They make these little low profile clamps. They make fixture plates. For like a whole bunch of different stuff, pallets, blank pallets, so like mill and VMC. So if you got like, you know, you got your Haas and you want some fixture plates for your Haas, there you go. Mod vise, the vices are really nice. Like the low profile vices are very nice. These are other things you can buy. But apparently, there is the Voron Cascade build plate, or fixture plate. If you want to get it directly from Saunders Machine Works. So I guess it has to happen now. What's the working volume of this machine? I believe it's like, it's on the website. Or Cascade? Cascade is this big. Plus like 80 mil. I think it's like 220 by 180 by like 80 or 90 on the Z. This has more Z. But this also has a much weaker spindle. The spindle on a Cascade is a 1500 watt or 1.5 kilowatt spindle at 24,000 RPM. This is a 200 watt spindle at 13,000 RPM, although most of the time it seems to be running about 10,000 RPM. And also, just for comparison, the spindle that comes on most of those like 3018 CNCs is about a 50 watt spindle. So this is a step up from like a 3018 in a lot of ways, but the spindle is still pretty not beefy. Like I would not be getting this to regularly cut aluminum. They have Carvera too. Ooh, let's see what they got here for Oh, they do. So it looks like the Carvera Air. Oh, blemish. Ooh, blem. Here we go. Okay. These do not have M5 threads from Makera. Oh. Oh, that's right. The bed on this is MDF. I forgot about that. The bed on this is MDF, and then there's inserts in it for screwing stuff down. So the bed on this isn't like, if you look at the bed, it's aluminum at the very bottom, but then you have like a half-inch MDF bed above it, or that's actually probably closer to an inch, MDF bed with threaded inserts in it. And then I have the spoil board on top of that. So if you wanted to go over to, they tapped the holes the wrong size. I think that's it. Yeah, so this is the exact same layout as their, so these are the, oh, I see. So they have some pre-made points for mounting stuff. That makes sense. Sure, this area is covered is machine conductive materials. Oh yeah, you don't want your chippies getting in there. I want to mount a low-speed spindle onto the Cascade so bad. Like, are you for higher torque? Like, I'm assuming a lower speed, higher torque spindle. Is this 1/8? Yeah, this has all the tooling for this is 1/8. I have a bunch of tooling already, just from collecting stuff over the while. But like, most of it is bigger because bigger is better. But a lot of like the stuff that I have for like the Milo is like 1/4 inch or 6 mil. I do have a bunch of 1/8 stuff downstairs. Also, I do have some stuff I borrowed from my own employer, but to put it in perspective, I don't think this end mill is going to fit in there. Neither will this one. And I don't think we're going to be power tapping anything anytime soon. But I do have a bunch of little stuff I've acquired that may come in handy. Like this is, what is this, 3 mil? I think a lot of this is 8mm shank. So this does have a cam software package too, called Makera Cam, that I'm gonna, maybe I'll try learning, we'll see. I mean, it comes with it. But yeah, so yeah. I'm gonna be having to watch videos for a bit and learn stuff. Higher torque spindles would need higher, yeah, that's the reason. So the usual rule of thumb, if lower torque or high torque, low RPM spindles is kind of what you want for the most part, but you need very high rigidity for that. You need like a cast iron frame, like like Bridgeports and proper heavy ass CNCs. So when you can't make up for the rigidity, you go with high RPM. So when you go with a high RPM, like for example, Cascade, when we were cutting aluminum on the Cascade, that's using I think it was a 3mm end mill, single flute carbide end mill. And it was a, that end mill was 40 bucks, put it that way. That one singular end mill was 40 bucks. It's a good end mill, but it's a $40 end mill. So anyways, you go with a higher RPM so that the chip load is less strenuous on the machine. There's a whole mathematical formula for chip load for like how much it cuts per turn kind of thing. And essentially, if you want to get into the CNC stuff, there you go. Start reading. You might want to get one of those books. But yeah, when it comes to chip load, essentially going with a high RPM spindle with like a single flute allows you to basically optimize chip load so that you are taking more little cuts faster than bigger cuts slower, because the machine doesn't have the rigidity to actually support it. There's a bunch of math involved, because if you're not chip loading properly, you're either making dust and not chips. And if you're not making chips, the thing is, when you cut metal, especially, the chips are what acts as the heat sink. That's how you get heat away, is you let the chips take the heat with it. So if you're not doing the math right and you're not cutting the right way, it doesn't work too well. Softer materials benefit, plastics, wood, etc. also benefit from higher RPM spindles. So unless you're dedicated with going with a machine that's just going to be cutting, you know, metals, you can pretty much get away with that and just make sure you got your speeds and feeds right. So, and also don't forget, even though this is a CNC stream, we are still giving away the spool of POLYMAKER filament away at the end of stream. Link in the description for your chance to enter. Make sure you do this now, because we will be doing the giveaway in half an hour. Trying to get a picture of the stupid light. Okay. I mean, if you're dedicated to it, then yeah, kit out the machine the way you need it. Simple as that. There we go. I hate to keep asking, not sure if you know, I'm really curious about what you're most interested in making with the desktop. I don't know. I've got a couple projects that can benefit from it. Mostly like machining 3D printer parts instead of printing them, especially with like the big printer, but that has a bunch of CNC parts already. FPV stuff. If this thing can cut carbon fiber decently, like it's already fully enclosed. If this thing can cut carbon fiber okay, it probably, you know, FPV frames. I've already done FPV frames before, but it'd be fun to try them again. It's just nice to have. If you do any sort of manufacturing, it's nice to have a CNC. You fly FPV occasionally. I'm not huge into it, but I do have, you know, a half dozen drones that I fly around. Problem is, like, where I live, like the only place to fly is like big open field. So most of the drones I have are just kind of cruisers. Like I modified LR4 with a DJI system and whatnot, just for cruising around the parks. Battle bots. That would be fun too. Like at Rocky Mountain, there was a group there that were doing 1 pound robots. So it has to be a 3D printed body. So a 3D printed body. You can only use PLA, PETG, and ABS. They can't be filled materials. No TPU, because the problem with TPU bots is they don't destroy as easily. So they're kind of designed to get destroyed during the fight. Because hey, you just 3D print a new body, and bigger explosions is always more fun. But anyways, it's really cool, and I would love to get into that. Like Angus, Maker's Muse, he does ant class robots and whatnot. The problem is, where I live, there's nobody around me to do that with. There is no like groups around me that do battle bots or anything. So it's kind of like, I would love to get into combat robots and do that on the channel, and we make robots and shit. Problem is, there's like nobody around here. Like if I made them, I wouldn't have anyone to battle with. So. Yeah, I would love to get into it. The problem is I'm not going to build a robot I can't do anything with. So that's kind of the downside. Also, you can tell it's starting to get summer because it's starting to get a little warm in the garage now. I got to start looking for a whatchamacallit. So what other goodies do we have in here? What is this? So that's an edge finder. Don't really need that. I don't think. I mean, I could. There isn't going to be a lot. It really depends on what you're machining in this. Because like if you're doing this kind of machining where you put down like a big slab of something and then you just go, it's not too bad to just use like the machine fixture to locate everything. But if you're putting in like, I need to machine this and I need to put a hole in it already, and it's already machined, and you got to pick up corners, then you got to use like some extra tooling to pick stuff up. Well, there's Detroit, but who wants to go to Detroit? Can't have shit in Detroit. Just running the vacuum off and on just to clear out excess chips. Although I don't really have to run the vacuum too much for this final pass. Detroit is a lovely city inhabiting the corpse of a city 3. Actually, that's a pretty good explanation, like breakdown of Detroit. Like if you've been to Detroit recently, it's actually not bad. Like the whole downtown core is gentrified and shit. Like Detroit's not bad at all. The problem is there are vast seas of abandoned houses, because in like, what was it, the 80s? Was it around the 80s? Basically everyone who lived in the cities the city itself, just left. So everyone left the city. And the problem is, it starts a feedback loop. The city I live near, Windsor, is going through the same problem. Everyone's moving out of the city proper into like the suburbs. And when people move out of the city proper and move into the suburbs, guess what happens? The city makes less money. Cities are run based off your local taxes, your property taxes and whatnot, right? So yeah, there's some money that comes down from the government and whatnot, like the bigger governments. But a lot of the money that like pays for parks and roads and stuff like that within the city is paid by the citizens in the city through their taxes, their property taxes. And what happens is everyone goes, oh, this city sucks. I'm moving out to Ann Arbor or whatever. They move out to Detroit. Well, now you have this massive city with like half the population it used to, but they still have all the infrastructure for that big city they got to pay for. And they don't have the money and stuff starts falling apart. So that hurt Detroit really bad. Plus, you know, Kwame Kilpatrick and all the corrupt mayors over the years didn't help. So like where I live is across from Detroit, and it's pretty much going through the same problem right now, where basically everyone's moving out of the city proper and moving to the burbs, like me, and the city itself has lost a lot of its income. So now they're having to raise taxes on the people that still live there, and they're not happy because, you know, nobody likes it when the taxes go up, but it's affecting them. So this is also like these, this is the same thing as that. So the LED, by the way, this is the LED project. I might do that. Maybe we'll do this on a stream. Maybe in like a week or two, once we finish one of these builds, we'll do a one-off stream. Well, we'll try and do this whole LED project on a stream. Because it's like, you have to make a circuit board. You have to, like, it's a whole process. It's actually pretty cool. You put a masking on it, you use the UV light, you machine a base, you machine a piece of acrylic. Like, it's actually like a whole project for a light up LED. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him an email and be like, hey, the machine got here, but it's kind of broken, but not broken in a way that you need to take it back. Like, if I bought this machine, I would be angry. Or not angry, I'd be disappointed. It's shipping damage, it happens. The box probably got caved in at some point, or somebody put something too heavy on it, and it collapsed the top in. It is what it is, but still annoying. But it's something they should know about. Look at it go. I mean, I will say, it's not as exciting as watching a 3D printer do stuff, because it's just going back and forth the same way over and over again. But it is more exciting than watching a resin printer work. So I'll give it that. Are you kidding me? So apparently these are the new hosts of Top Gear. Two of them are from they run a YouTube channel. The other guy likes trains. If you don't know who the train guy is, it's this guy. This guy's a host of Top Gear now, apparently. Okay. The Rizzler was on Elmo the other day. He can host Top Gear. It's a really nice manual. It is actually a really nice manual. He likes trains. Your boy likes trains. I mean, actually, it might be bent the other way. Although I will say the noise on this is nowhere near bad at all. Like this machine running is like, I have louder 3D printers. Like, obviously I'm not running a vacuum. The moment you run a vacuum and an air pump, this gets louder than a 3D printer. But this is quieter than my like VZBot or the FL Sun S1. That's for sure. How much room does this need? I wish I would measure it with my tape measure, but the little guy took my tape measure. Will that fit on a 24-inch desk? So you need, oh, the stuff that sticks out the back. Yeah, so you need about 20 inches of desk space for this. It kind of sucks that the power is on the back. Like this is something that kind of annoys me. When you measure something and you're like, here, let me grab a cable. There you go. Okay. So you're like, oh, hey, the machine, like it sits on the bench, like it can go right up to the back. No, it can't because you've got like stuff sticking out the back. I'd rather see that on the side because then you could just push it right up against the wall. I'm doing good. What was the last time the FL Sun made any noise? I stubbed it with my toe the other day, so I made noise, but I haven't turned it on all year. I'm gonna get rid of it. I just need to figure out how to get rid of it. It's too loud. It doesn't print that good, and it's just not a useful machine for me right now. Did I build a door on Velta? I did not. I only build printers that have kits. Let's see what's on Thingiverse. Thingiverse. Carvera. What do we have for accessories for the Carvera on here? Bit holder, vacuum adapter, vacuum inlet. Yeah, so it's just a lot of vacuum adapters. So that looks really nice. Kit is a crutch. No, I have self-sourced many printers for years. Because I build printers for the channel, I'm not gonna go self-source something because several reasons. Two, I lose money. Every time I buy a printer for the channel, I lose money on it. The only time I actually am profitable as a streaming channel that builds 3D printers is when a kit is sponsored. So I could go to a company and be like, hey, give me a bunch of money so I can go on AliExpress and buy a bunch of stuff for a build. But that doesn't really work out too well. I've tried it. It doesn't really work out too well. It's a lot easier to go, hey, XYZ company, do you want to sponsor a kit for a build series? Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. They send me the kit. I build it. They get advertising. I get a kit to build. You guys get something to enjoy. And if you enjoy the work, you support the channel. Simple as that. Two, nothing is more annoying than following a guide that doesn't match what you're doing. With a kit, if you want to follow along, you just get the same kit and you build it. And also with a kit, usually documentation's better and whatnot. So that idea that a kit is a crutch is gatekeeping and is bullshit. And it's dumb. And I think it's dumb. Being able to go on AliExpress and add a bunch of items to your cart and pay more for shipping because you're shipping a bunch of stuff individually and having to deal with 30 different companies if you have an issue instead of one is not something to be proud of. It's just another way of doing things. Plus nowadays with the fact that, you know, tariffs and shipping and everything, it's a lot cheaper to buy a kit. Self-sourcing a Voron hasn't been a smart thing to do in like 3 years. Maybe about 2 years. So. Run the vacuum for a bit just to clean it up. I have built and self-sourced several V2s, a V0, a Switchwire, a Trident, and I can't remember, there was one other one. About a half dozen printers I've self-sourced. It's not worth it anymore. It's not worth it anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, and I still get comments from people that check out, like, I have looked at kits in the past, and I made a video complaining about kits in the past. But when I made that video, Voron kits were so bad, people were buying kits that came with like V-slot extrusions. For those that don't know, you can't build a Voron with V-slot extrusions. MGN9 rails don't sit in a V-slot. They do this. They have to sit flat. So legit, the kits came with the wrong parts to build the printer. So we called the kits shit because they were shit, because you had to throw out about half the kit to get a good quality printer, because like the bearings were garbage, they shipped the wrong kind of screws, like they were really bad kits. The problem is people watch those videos 2 years later, 3 years later, when kits started getting good, and they're like, oh, now you like kits. I have you in a gotcha because you said something was shit and now you're using it. I got you. And it's like, you're an idiot. I'm not a politician. I'm allowed to change my opinion as new data comes in. I mean, politicians should do that too, but they don't because they're politicians. So the problem is with YouTube videos are a product of their time. Once you push a video out, the video is out. You can't really change anything. That was a joke. The problem is, bud, it's the internet. You wrote a comment. How, like, it's words on a screen. Is it a joke? Is it not a joke? Because I have people say the exact same thing being super serious, and they say the exact same words you did. If you want to make it a joke, do /s at the end. If you want to make sure nobody takes it as a joke. Also, it wasn't really that bad of it. That's not a good, that's sarcasm. That's not a joke. It's sarcasm. Yeah, 2019. Oh, dude, there were, I can't remember which kit it was. There was one kit that came out before even two, it was like a 2.2 kit, and the guy threw out like half of it. I never heard of /s. Okay, so here's the thing, bud. Is that being sarcastic? Yeah, /s is like a is like an internet way of ensuring sarcasm. Usually if you write something on the internet and you want to ensure that somebody is understanding it as sarcasm, you do /s at the end. That's from like my old IRC days. Because it's hard to do tone. Like on Discord, I like doing the box text. If I mean for something to be a different tone than how I'm talking, I will do like the little box test, which people use for chat, like code. Like, let me put up there. So like, for example, we're in the live stream channel. Hey, what's up? Hey, what? So see how it puts a little box around it? I use that as like a tonal change. So if I say something and then right after I want to make a little quip, I'll put that in the box. Some people understand it, some don't, but it's meant to be a tonal change. So, because it's very hard to put across thoughts in like nuance, especially in English, because English is just a screwed up language to begin with just text. So, code block, that's what it's called. /s is, wow. Okay, question. For those that don't know /S, how old are you? Is that an older thing or a younger thing? $40, $27? Because I know the youngins today have a lot of trouble with internet. So 40, oh, I'm 37. Is it younger? 38. So it might just be like the social media sites you hang out on. Huh. Like I remember it being a thing in like World of Warcraft. I first heard of it when I played World of Warcraft in like 2005. Somebody in my guild used it. I'm like, what does the S mean? It's like, oh, sarcasm. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I am chronically online. Yeah, me too. Okay, we're gonna do the giveaway in 5 minutes. If you haven't entered yet, do it now. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, depending on like the social media sites you frequent and like how long you've been on the internet for and how often, the way people communicate on the different is completely different. It's like, apparently nowadays, like kids don't know how to use a computer. Like, I'm a millennial, go millennials. And we're like the only generation that understands computers fully, because like older people don't know how to connect their printer, and then younger people don't know how a file system works. They just assume everything's in an app. And it's like, no, go into like my computer, the downloads folder, extract the file, and they're like, huh? And typing, they don't know how to type because they just use the touch screen, and they just do that. They don't know how to type. I watched the whole thing about like how regressive the current generation of kids are. Private over public school. If your private school is better than a public school, you need to fix your entire education system. Private schools shouldn't exist except for special situations. All kids should be going to normal public schools, because if all kids have to go to public schools, then those that are rich and care about their kids, or they're just like hoity-toity, will put more money into public schools. Rising tide raises all ships. Some of the countries that have some of the best education only have public schools. They don't have private schools. Nothing makes me feel old like prefer. Dude, Dan, I cannot do anything on my phone. If I have to book I hit a button. If I have to book a flight or a hotel or anything where I'm paying for stuff, I can't use my phone. Even Amazon, I don't even buy stuff on Amazon on my phone. I have to use a computer. Pass secret messages by running cursive. I can do cursive. Tax dollars go to public schools now? Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Academics. I mean, I don't know, like the American system is so completely alien to me. I went to college, it cost me like $2,700 a year for college. I think in Canada it's a bit more for universities, but like in a lot of European countries, universities and colleges are free. Or very cheap for like citizens. It's education. You want more educated people. It shouldn't be a for-profit system, because if education is easier to get at, the average education level of your population goes up, and when you have a higher, more intelligent, more educated population, things are usually better. You have less crime. You have less people depending on systems, because people are more educated. They have more access to better paying jobs. And when people have better paying jobs, they pay more taxes because they buy more, they consume more, they have better things, and they put more money back into the system. You want to have easier access to education as much as possible. Tax dollars go to private schools? That's weird. Flash rant. I know, I'm a big fan of government systems should benefit everyone. I don't mind paying taxes. I like paying taxes. Now, don't get me wrong, it sucks. Paying for stuff sucks. Believe me, it'd be all nice if we all got cars and we didn't have to pay for the cars, but you pay for something, you get something. I just don't want my tax dollars going to dumb stuff. I'd rather my tax dollars go to stuff that benefits more people better. I'm gonna use a dust extractor. Yeah, I have a super fancy vacuum taped to it right now that kind of works. I have noise canceling enabled, so you don't hear it, but it's really annoying. But I will be getting a shop vac. I'll go get a dedicated shop vac for it so that this can work. And it does work pretty good. The vacuum does work pretty good. Like, it does come with a dust boot. You just gotta, like, they sent me the full kit. So I got like everything that they include with the machine when you get it all, if you get all the options. It doesn't come with an air compressor. It doesn't come with a vacuum. But you can get a vacuum and you can get an air compressor, and it'll have positive dust or positive air on the nozzle and then negative air for the vacuum. So. Higher education people don't for certain politicians. You said it, not me. Okay, are we gonna do a giveaway? Let's do a giveaway. If you did not enter for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, you can try again tomorrow. How do I stop responses? Published. Accepting responses. No more responses. What am I doing for dinner tonight? I might do steak. I bought some really cheap steaks at like Walmart the other day that I was gonna just cut them up and use them as something in a meal, but I might just throw them on the barbecue and just make some steaks. Just some quick dirty steaks. Nothing fancy. Sometimes a cheap steak isn't bad. Sometimes throwing a cheap steak on the barbecue with some Montreal steak spice and some fries ain't bad. I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm doing tonight. Cheap steaks and fries. Screw it. Names, clear, open, names. I don't know why it keeps doing this. 1 second. Why isn't it copying all the names? Control copy. Notepad. Control A, delete, Control V, file, save, clear, open, names. There we go. 285. What would you CNC if you could CNC? A CNC. I mean, that is an option. I mean, it's not quite like 3D printing where you use your 3D printer to make 3D printers. This map sucks. Randomize. No, that's not it. There we go. We'll do this one. Whatever map this is. Play. Asian noodles with beef. I did that the other day. Usually what I do is I make ramen broth, which is like, whenever I cook like chicken or pork, I'll save like the pork bones or the chicken bones, and I'll make a stock. So I'll make like a ramen stock, and I'll save like a couple containers of it, and I'll put it in the freezer. And then what I do is whenever I make like a meat, like a tenderloin or steak or like any sort of like meat where you cook the meat by itself, I'll take the leftovers of it, and the next day I'll slice them up and put them in a ramen. So I'll boil up some ramen noodles, add the broth, put a little, I like some spicy miso tare or whatever, and then I'll just slice up the meat and put that in there, and it makes like a nice little lunch. So. Can't enter the giveaway? Well, the giveaway, we close the draw so I can do the giveaway, and the draw is at 5. Okay, how this works. If you win, you get a spool of filament from POLYMAKER. If you lose, you lose. But also, if I pick your ball, and it's a lucky ball, this one on the left here, Spice King, you are lucky because I've picked you like twice in the past month. If you win, you get a free hat from the merch store. So, exclamation mark, zoom zoom, greases your ball up to go faster. Exclamation mark, gullible, makes all the other balls slower. And if you're a member of the channel and you are subscribed to the channel and you ring the bell, it actually makes your ball go even faster. So. Giuseppe, go Giuseppe! You are in the lead, Giuseppe! Oh, some people fell. Okay, so I'm gonna call it on the Makera. I'm actually really impressed with it. I mean, to be fair, my experience with CNCs is still new. I come from a more manual machining background. So CNC stuff is still kind of voodoo for me, especially like the programming aspect. But the machine is quiet as far as a CNC machine goes. It's funny, the people asking me on the about the Cascade, it's like, how loud is it? I'm like, oh, it's not loud at all until it starts cutting. And then they're like, well, how loud is it then? I'm like, it's as loud as a CNC cutting metal. What do you, it's a CNC cutting metal. you ain't gonna get away from the noise. It's gonna be loud. It's a CNC cutting metal. But the enclosure on this is pretty quiet. It does quiet down quite a bit. I just wish it wasn't bent and the LEDs were, but it's cosmetic. Yeah, it's the cam. Cam is my crux right now. Cam is my Achilles heel. Oh. Oh! Adam Storm with the snipe. Unless you bip it. Unless you bip it. Oh, you might get it. Oh. Adam Storm with the snipe. Wow. Oh, Tyler bipped it. Spice King. Oh, Spice King was close. So congratulations, Adam Storm. You will win a spool of filament from POLYMAKER. Okay, got your email there. So let's close that off. Main menu, confirm. You've been lucky. I've picked your name like at least 3 times over the past while. By the way, for reference, we do streams usually about 3 days a week. And every stream we do a giveaway, unless it's like a special stream or something. So that's at least 3 times 52 minus a couple of holidays. So about 150 streams a year. Nobody has won the hat yet. Nobody has won the hat yet. And it's all fair. I pick a random name and it's all on stream, so it's not like I can cheat it. But nobody has won the hat yet. And yes, the whole win the thing if I pick your ball is totally stolen from Pay Money Wubby's old streams, but I don't have a Tesla. So. Never see my name on the screen. I mean, I watch a few streamers that do marbles every now and then, and yeah, I've never won anything either. So yeah, so that is the Carvera Air, unboxed and set up. Other than, full disclosure, other than the top being a little bent and the LEDs being a little fucky, it seems to be working pretty good. Also, don't accidentally hit the E-stop. Don't accidentally hit the E-stop, because then it'll just stop working. But it seems to be going pretty good. After this gets done, I'm going to clean it up. And this weekend, I'm going to move it over there into a more permanent position so I can actually do stuff on it over the next little bit. I'll get a little tablet or something so I can actually use it locally. And I will be doing a video on this. So we may revisit it on a stream. We may do the LCD project in a bit. I've got all the stuff for that. So it's a fun little project where you make like you make a PCB, you make a mount, you make a little LCD thing, and it's a whole little project. We might end up doing that on a stream. It would be fun to do it on a stream, I think. But for now, you're not gonna see this on stream for a bit. But there will be a video on this in a bit. And if you are interested in getting one of these, I will have a link in the description. Right now, it's just a normal link. I might swap that out to an affiliate link, because I don't mind putting this as an affiliate link, so I might swap that out to an affiliate link in the future. So if you do plan on buying one of these, wait a little bit. But yeah, so shout out to Makera for sending this over. Again, they sent this over to me free of charge. I do get to keep it after everything is done, though. So I do get to keep the machine, but I'm not being paid. Words and opinions are my own, blah, 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 blah. YouTube disclosure complete. Shout out to POLYMAKER for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all these and more in the video description. Do I have one for Gloop? I should have one for Gloop in the description. I believe I have one for Gloop in the description. I might actually not have it set up for Gloop. Do I have it set up? I don't. Use code Canuck. It's code Canuck at checkout for Gloop. But I don't have a link. but just use code Canuck. I think you save a little bit, and it's an affiliate link. Yeah, I think when I set that up, I was doing the sponsored build series for Gloop, and I have the graphics set up, so the affiliate link is still set up. It's just I don't have the actual link in my default text box for streams. I think I didn't set that up. I got to do that. But anyways, yeah, just use code Canuck on checkout. And for those that donate to the stream, gifted memberships, or became members of the channel itself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible. I might put this there. This might live there. And for everyone else, enjoy the rest of your week, or enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. I will see you tomorrow. If all goes well, the Pro Forge will be printing. Good night.